D and D, brother. Right, that's the way, you know, you gotta focus up.
Don't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta put it on, don't bother me. I got you.
I'm gonna put it on work. I let people know what I'm doing. I be having these different things, like please don't, you know, please don't call me.
Please
don't, we working right now. You got your focuses set up?
Yeah, there we go.
Cause I have mine set up and I have like different screens for my focuses. So I have like, so when I'm working in the studio, my studio focus, I got Coco Jones on the front of my phone. I do. I just be. I got Coco Jones.
I see that in customer work focus.
See, look. Like I kid you not. Tell me who's that?
Miss Coco.
Miss Coco. Hey, let me tell you.
I see you.
Ooh, I like to be seen. I like to be seen.
And I would love to see her.
Hello.
You and me.
Hello.
Amen.
Oh my God, such a beautiful thing, man.
He said we good.
I love to see her. Yeah, man, but you know.
Let's pop this shit out, man.
Let's do it, man. It's been a long time coming, bro. Yeah. I'm happy that I got you in.
I'm excited and nervous at the same time.
Yeah, you know, I was earlier this morning when I was sitting in my room or whatever, getting ready to come and stuff. I was like, that. Pause, just in case. You know, these kids, they take clips and run with it. You know.
I ain't never worried.
But I was real excited, right, Sane? I was real excited though, man, because I was like, man, I can't wait to sit down with my brother TK again, man. You know.
Yeah, bro. I remember the beginning.
Oh, way back when, right?
The Luigi fit.
Game over?
The game over.
Oh man, yeah, that's been 8 years?
8
years, long 8 years or whatnot. But it's been fun though. It's definitely been fun. Like I was saying, I was up early this morning, and I was excited. I was like, man, this is gonna be fun. And you know, I always got to come to my Breakfast Club when I have something big that I'm working on and coming out. And you know, I ain't been to my Breakfast Club in a little bit, man. So you know, it's a lot to catch up on. So the only person that I had to call was you, man. I want to thank you first and foremost before we even jump into this interview with a vampire. I want to say thank you, brother, because you know what I'm saying. In the beginning, when we first started, bro, like you gave me a platform. You gave me a platform that was genuine. Like, I don't know if a lot of people know, anybody that had a similar upbringing in artistry that we had, we know how Atlanta is, man. You get up there, man, folks just be you just a number. You know what I'm saying? Our passion, people profitize off our passion because we just want to be big. We have big, big eyes. We want to make it and all that stuff, man. And we just head first just trying, I'm going to perform here, perform there and all that stuff. Oh yeah, bro, come here. Come do this. Come do this. Yeah, we're going to charge it. Man, I never had that issue with you from the day forward. From the day forward, it was just like, oh, you dope, bro. No, you come because you dope. It wasn't come because it's a check tied to the end of it, and that's why anytime that y'all did anything, I had to rock with y'all, man.
I do not like that corny behavior, bro.
Bro,
that would like squeezing the life out of the scene. This was squeezing the life out of the industry of actually being an independent artist because everything's such a money grab.
Yeah.
And, you know, people don't understand that the money gonna come.
It is.
Regardless. Because once you have a name and you have ears and eyes on you, that's all you need.
That's all you need. At that point, it's, your work.
It's on you.
Yeah, it's your work. Like once you garner the attention,
keep it going.
That's all it is, you know what I'm saying? I just appreciate you, bro. I just thank you for being here, bro.
And I appreciate you over here getting the dust off my shoulders.
I mean,
putting the lights back on me, literally.
I need to bring you out of retirement.
Man.
You my brother, bro. Like, a lot of people don't even know, man. Like, back when we first started, and we was like, when I first started, because you was already doing it, and back on NDO Radio, and I came up there, did my first interview. I think I was releasing Welcome to the Show at the time or whatnot, and I was just so excited to even just be offered a real syndicated radio station that told, I mean, you got your paperwork right, you're gonna get paid 2 times. Now, if this not do you that right, and I was like, oh, snap, Uncle had already told me about it, but like, hey, if you have your paperwork right, this is what can happen for you, because you actually make some residuals off your music from doing things the right way.
Rights to it, you deserve to get your money.
You see what I'm saying?
You play your music over and over again, you might as well get your money.
You're gonna get some checks, you feel me? So like, I remember back during those days or whatnot, you was like, come on, we came on or whatnot, and it was just real dope time being up there. I had Welcome to the Show coming out, get up there with you, man, and y'all just made me feel at home and very welcome. And that's when I looked and I was like, oh, this is dope. And you was like, hey, Tia, yeah, bro, I remember you, come on.
Yeah.
Boom. Y'all was putting me in all kinds of I remember I was waking up and y'all had me and things tagging me and stuff, and that's when I knew it was like, oh, I really fuck with these people.
Exactly.
Like I really do, cause like it's real, it's genuine. Like they not trying, like y'all ask me, hey man, I need you to pay. No, hey, KwaShonne, we got a performance for you, bro. If you can make it, bro, just come on up there and we got you, man. All this stuff, real. So this is your time. This is what time you go on, and it was love. It was family, man.
Every time we're gonna give you that, bro. But it's a certain type of energy that receives that type of love. You feel
That's
me?
real.
You know, I always try to lead with love and run shit with respect, man. And shit, you've been going that same route ever since I met you.
I appreciate that,
so
man.
It feel like we already done started now.
I mean, we basically in it.
Yeah, so like, it's formally introduce ourselves first of all.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. These are questions with the vampire. We're gonna get into that in a second. But I am They Know TK. If you don't know, you might want to figure that shit out.
You might want to figure it out.
As we've been speaking about it, man, this is my dog for about 8-9 years now, just from the come up of his grind. And you speaking so highly of me, like I gave him his start.
He did.
Shoot,
he did. And all this modesty and humbleness that you're trying to do, bro. Like I'm telling, like TK. And hello everybody, I am the Vampire KwaShonne.
You
know what I'm saying?
Introduce you, but I
am the Vampire KwaShonne, your favorite vampire. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no, catchy, snappy slogan like he do, because they gonna fire. But I guess
that's your Emmy, bro.
I know.
That's KwaShonne the Don, man. You do this creative shit for fun. You feel?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be able to do it, man. Yeah. But you were, bro. Just being honest, you were. Like you have to understand, bro. Like there was nothing moving in Atlanta in the indie scene without you being there, curating it, and putting somebody on, bro. I remember seeing you, I was like, look at TK, he doing his thing. Like I remember getting put on to so many people. And that's another thing that we, I know we'll talk about a little later on or whatnot, but like the connections, like you did put me on because the connections that I made through you with people, bro, spun this.
That's all I wanted, bro. That's all I wanted is the people to understand that in the same grind, you go further when you work together. You feel what I'm saying? I went to school for communication and journalism at Georgia State. So, I seen my way like these folks don't have no media training.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? My dog, Fi, he was into the same gang. Shout out to my dog, Food on the Table, Fi. He doing the movie thing.
And
he doing the production thing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all follow him, Food on the Table, Fi.
Please do. And Fi, we miss you, brother. I'm going to have to see you soon.
Films. I hope I'm saying everything right, man. Follow the whole movement and you will be entertained and you'll be educated at the same time. My brother got it going on. Make sure y'all pay attention to that.
For sure.
I put my hands in the mud, bro, and I felt the earth and saw certain artists that deserve to be brought up out of there.
For sure.
Feel me? That the roots of Atlanta.
Yes.
Not just, people that come here and shine here, people that come here and they get influence here, but like actually being from this and feeling it and like knowing what the sound is and knowing what people not trying to pretend to be. And I'm not talking like the street way. I'm real life talking about like the sound way, the audio way, the sonically like.
Cause we've been popping. Since 3 Stats said that the South got something to say, bro, we've been popping like crazy. And they come to steal some of that sauce.
And the thing is, we're Atlanta, people authentically from Atlanta, people authentically from Georgia, bro. We just got that camaraderie where we should show love to anything that musically, if you rock with it, we're gonna tell everybody about it, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna just show that type of love.
That's the unity.
And so I just knew that I had that influence. I knew Fi had that influence, and when we came to NDO Radio, we seen artists like you that needed a voice to be heard. Cause we can see a video by mistake on YouTube. We come in open mic and see that you actually performed and gave your best. But these people on social media probably don't know that, man, this man actually fire. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? Let us show these people how fire you are. Just because we feel like talking, we not no artists. We just want the artists to, express their art. So,
and it was beautiful too, man. I can't on the behalf of everybody that's come in contact with you, bro. I know I wouldn't be remiss to say that, like, just thank you so much for having us and believing in us and seeing what at times we probably didn't see inside ourselves, man. Because I know for a fact, bro, like the love that I got, and like after our first radio interview, you had me on, you spun and kept spinning it. It was like, nah, bro, we're gonna spin you. Like we believe in you, bro. Like I'm just like, damn,
you got a voice. I don't know if you noticed that like Especially
back then,
knowing
no.
how to, yeah.
Back then, not at all, bro.
And that's why
I was still starting. I really didn't.
It was my job to let you know that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I wouldn't have been like, man, come on, let me play your music, because I like this song. You know what I'm saying? I love Game Over.
Yeah, but Game Over's going crazy.
You feel me?
And the funny thing about Game Over was it was one of those ones that it was like at a point in time it was one of those fun records. You know how they always say in the studio, like artists always
It was
say,
different
this is a
as
fun
hell.
record. I'm not really even trying too much on this, bro. This was really just something to have fun with,
Wait,
man.
Sean, you know me by now. I saw your shit scrolling, and I saw you in the Luigi costume, and I instantly started joning. I didn't even listen to them. Look at this nigga, grown ass nigga,
like Mario
at the part. And then I'm over here vibing to it though. Every time I hear it, let me go download it. Hey, Fi, you heard it? Let me show you, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got me. You get what I'm saying? It took that Luigi outfit to grasp me in, and now I'm like, bro, you heard of KwaShonne? And just how you move as an artist, it's not just art, bro. It's business too. Yeah. You have a sound mind business wise, and you got a calm mind business wise. Like, I want to understand. It's just one of the questions we were going over. Not how did we even get here? Like, what made you want to get this point? Get to this point.
You know, when I came in, you know, shout it out, Georgia State, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Morehouse. At Morehouse or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, I was in there for chemistry.
What gang sign you just throw up?
Gang sign,
let me see that.
Morehouse, man, the house. This
okay.
What we.
Okay.
You start acting like you don't know the AUC. You done been into the AUC a few times now. You know, Spelman got the hand, house, and I don't know. In CAU they throw their C's up. I don't know if they cripping or not, but you guys talk to them about that. I don't know nothing about that.
Look here.
But man, I'm at Morehouse or whatnot, bro. And then it's my sophomore year, and you know, I'm just like, I was there for chemistry, like I was saying, and you know, I picked it because one, it was a way to get from where I was at, mom-wise. My mom, you know, what I'm saying, was like, okay, you going to college, graduate high school, and Albany. So all right, you going to college? All right, what you going to major in? I ain't gonna lie to you, I did not know what I was majoring in. I just know.
Most of us that graduate high school and with the pressure of everybody in the world telling you to go to college, you don't even know who you are.
At that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't know what you like.
I know one thing because I knew one thing, I was a hustler because I was the candy man in school. So I was the one hustling, selling the candy. You see what I'm saying? So I'm the one selling the candy, all that Gatorades, dollar, all that stuff.
Trip, you got the rack at.
Hey, you know what I mean?
I gotta get anything I want in here.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, so business was my first mind, you know what I'm saying, I'm thinking that, you know, I did a little bit of poetry and stuff, you know what I'm saying, in my earlier years or whatnot, but I wasn't really deep into the music like that. I know I just had a love for music that I felt that other people didn't have. You see what I'm saying? That I really felt that even way back early and back then, and I was always a performer. Anytime that my uncles, aunties, and stuff have birthdays, and I'm a little kid, my mom, they be like, get up there, perform, sing happy birthday, and I get up, happy birthday, and I'm singing and stuff and performing, they dance and stuff, do the thing. You know,
you better do it, Quay.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I
get out there and show us that Michael Jackson move
that you be.
Yeah.
That, you know, did a couple of plays, you know what I'm saying, throughout, you know, in grade school and stuff like that. So, you know, I was always a performer and stuff like that, but I wasn't really like, I didn't know that it could be a career outside of, you know, just seeing superstardom and all this. I didn't know that there was actually, like, it's attainable to actually have a career in music, right? So
what was obtainable in Albany, Georgia? You were born in the belly of the bottom of the map. You did.
Man, let me tell you what's attainable in Albany, Georgia.
Would say.
As Shan J would say. Shout out to Field Mob, man.
Field Mob.
Shout out to Field Mob.
Hey, man, the most slept on under the rock group.
Tell 'em.
Ever created in Southern hip hop history. Hey man, they deserve their flowers.
And speaking of shit,
y'all the best.
I'll tell you another thing too about Shan J that I love. Shout out to my people down there. His little brother, same energy. And I wish hopefully one day his name is Joe. Hopefully one day I can bridge us together so that you can meet him as well. He has similar movement just like how you had back in the day down there, laying voices to where he was providing the space for independent artists to come and thrive down there in Albany, because you asked the question, what is it that you can attain down in Albany, Georgia, what you can look forward to, what is reachable and down there. Working at the warehouse, getting a job at Walmart that everybody go to on the west side. I mean, there's one on the west side, east side, north side. There's one everywhere, but the west side, everybody know about the west side Walmart and east side Walmart. Gang banging, getting shot. Yeah, dying. It's rough. It's gotten rougher over the years, but it's not too much and all, and not even just on us, just on how the economy is shaped up and shaped out, bro. Just being honest about it, because Albany is one of those good old boys towns, so they don't like to see too much change because they have all the wealth allocated towards them. And if we bring in different infrastructure, now that's relocating. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And those are good things that are instilled in us or whatnot, bro. But it's not, for people like us, it's not too much, bro. It's not a lot. But there are great leaders, black men that's down there that had after school programs that I was a part of to help cultivate and make sure that we was on the right path and that we was looking to attain something, even though it looks bleak down here and a whole bunch of stuff is going on. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my big brother Anthony Mackey and the For Real group. That's a deep cut if
like
people know about
program?
that. Yeah, and throughout the school year as well, come after school and damn, this deep. For Real, I was in this program. We actually went to Capitol Hill in DC when all the senators and stuff was meeting, our senator as well, and we had proposed a bill that actually had got passed way back when. This was when I was in middle school or whatever. So we traveled to DC, spent the weekend up there, and remember when those cyberbullying laws started to get passed? Y'all welcome. Yeah, that was me and my cohort For Real. We came up there and we put down a proposal for a cyberbullying planning initiative to actually get that passed. So if I don't know if y'all remember that, but when those laws started coming out, it was because me and my group went in, sat down with our senator, put it on the table to him, and he took it to the rest of the senators, and it ended up getting passed in Georgia. So that's just little extra information, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. But
I just passed a law for y'all.
You know what I'm saying? To help people that was getting cyberbullying and all that good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Because
you know, it ain't cool. Need to thank me.
You know, little something like
cool.
that.
That's cool.
But yeah, bro. But that's what it was down there that you could look forward to, unless you had good people around.
What was the eye-opening experience for you in Atlanta, Georgia, when it came to you music-wise?
I think the biggest thing is that it kind of level set me, and finding you made it better. But coming up here and actually trying to get and seeing that people will take advantage of your passion, your art. Because when I was out here, happy and excited about the work that I was doing, making music and stuff like that, and wanted to push myself and wanted to get out.
Look at that and be like, ooh, we
got us one. Come here, bro.
Yeah.
You know, going to these places and stuff and performing, you know what I'm saying, for prize. That's the thing about it too. I never performed for a prize. They may have had a prize, but I was going there for the experience.
Yeah.
I wanted to get up there on the stage and make sure that when I'm selling out arenas and stuff like that, that I ain't looking crazy and that I know how to perform and stuff like that. But going through that, and going and saying like, hey, we want you to come out and perform. Okay, cool. It's $10 to perform. Okay, cool. I understand that don't nobody know my name. I have to build a name for myself. Fine, I'll pay whatever it is to pay or whatever. I pay, and you already know how KwaShonne is, bro. I'm on time. I ain't even just on time. I'm early.
Yeah.
So I'm the first.
In the end sometime.
See what I'm saying? So being the first artist there at these places that you wanted me to come to and you begged me to come to, okay, I'm there. I gotta pay to perform. That's fine, and I'm paying for my entourage too. Perform and for them. Come on, y'all, because I just want, you know what I'm saying. I'm asking them to come out on a probably a work night to support me, so I can look like I have the, you know, because it's all politics at the end of the day. For me to go in there, pay for them, having a good time or whatever, people telling me this and that and that, and I'm one of the first ones there. It's like, oh, write your name down. I'll write my name down. I'm number one on the list, but then it's 2:00 in the morning, and it's like, next, come to the stage, KwaShonne.
Well, you shooting shots, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I know you ain't got nothing to do with it.
Hey, I read stuff very well. Hey, man, you might well just say that night, that day, that night you, TK, you was involved.
Not at all.
Telling me.
Not at all, bro. You have to
for
understand.
folk who don't know, cause we all in inside conversation. I'm a showcase host for different open mics. You know what I'm saying? Different events. I'm a host in
all that
general.
stuff. But TK,
but like this happens all the time.
Before you do that, though.
Showcase situation.
But,
in showcase scenario, this happens all the time, though. So I want you to go ahead and express yourself.
But
I love you said this.
But I want to say that to say to you though, like you saying eye opener. This wasn't you. Y'all never did me like that. Nah, from
I feel like I did recently.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, we ain't gonna say no name.
No, not at all. But, you know, I've done the circuit before and I understood what you was doing. Yeah. So you understand that I didn't, I'm KwaShonne now. Now, like, I'm KwaShonne now. So no, my brother was like, bro, I need you to come out. I know you need me to come out. Yeah, I'm there. I'm coming. Yeah. And I'm there. So I didn't mind. So, and I know what you're doing and what you're moving in the deals you're making behind the scene. I know what you need. So that's fine. So being there for that, like, oh no, I ain't tripping. Oh, I'm fine. Whenever you need me to go up, I'm gonna go up. I'm not him no more. Now back then when I was him,
oh yeah.
See, it hurts because like I'm making sure that I'm diligent and stuff like that. I already know.
Imagine
that's
this.
A partnership
we
that
both
you doing.
Him. Imagine this 8-9 years ago.
Right.
Imagine what I was dealing with.
Oh, right. and fighting for us.
Look how big your ass.
And fighting for us, bro. Like to tell us, like, no, I told this man he going on at this time, and I'm none of the wise, and I still going to time that you tell me that I'm going on it. But see, I know that that wasn't you.
That was a different situation.
I know that wasn't you.
But I'm glad you touched on it because we're gonna talk more about that because.
But that's the thing. But that was my eye opener. Like, oh, okay, things get grimy out here. Oh, that's how it is. And then it's like, cause guess what happened with that situation too, bro. That situation go from, yeah, bro, I'm just finna leave, bro. What the rule? Oh, no, bro. No, go up there before I'm calling you next. Now you call me next, it's late. Ain't nobody hardly in this motherfucker. And then I get up there, I do my thing, and you see that, oh my God, this bro can actually perform, and he has to come here to do this thing.
Well, the crowd's on now.
Then you tell me, bro, next week I got you. Come out to this one. And then you start to see a motherfucking pattern. And you may throw me a bone at one of them to make me feel special and important right there, but then I was like, oh, okay. I see what this is. And so when I ran into you and met you,
I can't play them games.
It was different.
I can't play them games. I ain't gonna lie, I've never been through the situation as an independent artist like that. But like I said, my best friend, shout out to Sonny MF Solomon, like she's bro, from the
shout out to Sonny.
Bro, from the ground up, you hear me? To helping these folk close up at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? That type of dedicated to getting on that stage and performing and networking in here so I could just, you know, sharpen my sword.
Right.
Don't nothing come from this night but sharpening your sword. And she dedicated to that. So like seeing that and, you know, people being a scam artist. That's exactly what it is. Not standing behind your word is a scam artist. And just being raised by like real people, real individuals, bro. Like I can't do people like that.
Cause real recognize real, and that's how I knew. Like the way that y'all show love and move. Yeah.
And it's easier for me to filter out the bullshit if I don't give you bullshit.
Right.
So like I'm gonna let you know straight up. Well, it's hard to tell folk that love this shit, that love music, that love being an independent artist. That man, it's not it right now.
Yeah.
It's hard telling them that, but I can show by example because if it's 10 other folk that's fine and got they music together, engineered. These folk got visuals. These folk got singles.
Let me introduce you to somebody. Like to be like, come on, you'll get it.
I see that you serious, and I'm without you even asking me. But if I just giving you a you know what I'm saying, an alley-oop without even you being serious about it, you make me look crazy now. I done cut all these corners. I done
to help you out, bro. You done
skip these people up, and then TK, this who you brought up?
You're right.
I can't be that.
Right.
But that's why I don't come with no BS, bro. And I'm gonna show you that much love just so you can feel comfortable with me, where you can tell me, hey man, I don't like what's going on. Well, let me tell you exactly what's going on.
Right. Because you're going to keep it real. TK, you're a straight shooter. And you always did that too. If anybody had any complaints, anything like that, you let me know. Well, hey, bro, let me let you know right now.
And if I start with you genuine like that, you know I'm being genuine. So in the heat of the moment, especially showcases and everything, when people are in front of crowds and stuff like that, it's easy for me to look you in the eyes and be like, bro, no BS. This what's going on.
Yeah.
And you going to trust everything I'm telling you. Yep. It's easier for me to work like that. These other folk gonna lie to your face, smile, and be like,
we got you next. We got you next.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we got you next. We got you next. We got you next. We got you next.
Right. Nah. But I'm gonna give you experience of your life.
For sure.
Every time.
For sure.
So, you know, we're going to get in the meat of this, bro. I see this timer going. I feel like I'm just rambling.
That's all right. Now we just having a conversation. That's all it is. That's just to, you know, give us a little, you know,
so
guidelines.
Exactly. What's your relationship with music? Like, what created KwaShonne?
Man, I think the thing that created KwaShonne was like going back to the Morehouse situation or whatnot, bro, was a sense of like necessity. I think he needed to be created at that time. Like at that point in time, like I really need to know who I was at that point. Like I've been in college for 2 years now, and I've seen a lot, experienced a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of out here on my own or whatnot in the dorms. Then I got my own apartment or whatever, single bedroom out there in, you know, up there off Thornton Road. You know, shout out Thornton Road.
Well, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know
Stomping grounds, yeah. So, you know, I'm out there and I'm just like, you know what, bro? This chemistry thing, because like I said, to get out of there, I had to go for a harder subject matter or whatnot to, you know, get my mom to agree to be like, okay, cool, you can go to Atlanta, you can go to Morehouse, scoop. So at that point, bro, it's just like, okay, I'm here. Never had no problems in school. Like straight A, B student throughout all my matriculation. Never, you know, my family look at me as the genius. Anytime that somebody needs some help, bro, you already know who they calling. Call. He know if anybody.
You slipping in algebra, you need to call your cousin.
Call your cousin.
Call him.
Right. You know, never had no issues, but then I start running into roadblocks, bro. Like I never had
roadblocks.
Bro, I started failing.
You wasn't in love. All right, kids.
I started failing, bro. And I'm
you
like,
wasn't in love with it.
I said, bro,
you wasn't in love with it.
Bro, I've never had no issues with academia. Bro, what is going on? Why am I failing like this?
Because college is for you to grab the lane that's for you. If you're not a person that's for intuitive, education, time, you know what I'm saying, sleepless nights of just books and research. Like you want to be a doctor, bro, that's what it's gonna take.
Yeah.
But you got that has to enthuse you.
And speaking of that,
and people learn that in college by the sophomore year.
And I seen what that actually looked like. By that time, I actually seen what it looked like.
Yeah.
Like people that was biology majors that love biology and was definitely going to be doctors and stuff. The way that they talk about it, they loved it.
They loved it.
I didn't talk about chemistry like that.
Yeah.
But I could tell you what I would love to talk about: music. Anytime that somebody dropped a new album, like I'm listening to it, I'm dissecting the instrument. I'm like, bro, did you hear that synth that was in the background? They're like, nigga, why are you using? Like, bro, I listen to. They're like, damn, why you keep listening to that same song over and over again? Because every time I listen to it,
you're separating the song.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like that is what I was in love with. So as I'm, I had to take a little time.
Yeah.
So I took a little time off, got me a job at Walmart or whatnot, and I'm working or whatever, I'm meeting people or whatever. And in between that time, my best friend, my brother Coach, he was going to Atlanta Metropolitan. So, he right around the corner. He's still right.
Shout out to my folks that went to Atlanta Metro.
You know what I mean? He right around the corner. He came from Albany too. So, we came up together. So he right around the corner or whatever. He'd always be on campus. So, my apartment, he was just like, and our Uncle Terry. He lived up here, right? And he done taught me so many things. He got the studio over there off of Snap Finger Road over there on the east side or whatever. Man, tell me all about this stuff. And I'm like, bro, you know what, bro? I think I'm ready, bro. I think I'm ready. Because he done hear me talk about music all the time and all this stuff. He was like, bro, I think I'm ready to step into it. He was like, boom, I'm going to call Uncle Terry. I'm going to call Uncle Terry and I'm going to get us in there, bro. Whoop, whoop. Call Uncle Terry and say, hey, this the day we're going to come in. All right, cool. I'll be ready for y'all. And shout out to you too, Coach, because Coach paid for my first session. Paid for my first session at the house, in his studio. He was like, I'm going to pay for it, bro. We're going to get you in there because you need to do it. But he seen the passion that I had, and he believed in me. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason I just can't. One reason I know I can't quit because of his belief in me and knowing where I can be and what I can do with this music thing. So he, paid or whatever for me to go. The day came, right? You already know how this go. Boy, I caught cold feet like a motherfucker, bro. I was like, man, call Uncle, tell him that I'm gonna write I'm gonna write a little more. I'm gonna write a little more, man. I'm gonna write a little more and tell him I'll be there later or whatever, right? Man, Unc told him, boy, tell that boy to stop being scary and bring his ass. And those words was the favorite words that I needed.
You got your body.
I got my ass up out of there, went to the studio
on your feet
and recorded the worst song of my career. But
you gotta start somewhere.
That's what I needed. I needed that start. So like that's how it started, and that's what brought KwaShonne to light. Because from that day forward, there was no looking back. I fell in love with it. every aspect of it. And you know what I'm saying, and one of the biggest things that my uncle was telling me as well too is like, this is bigger than music. I need you to learn the business too. Cause for all the years that he had put into it, all the groups that he had came and sing on, all the people that he had worked with wasn't serious and they wasn't about their paperwork and stuff like that. But now he done been through so much and seen so much that he instilled it in me. He was like, nah, nephew, the first thing we're gonna do is work on your paperwork.
You know what the blessing is? You taking the time to actually listen to that. What year you graduated high school?
13.
See, that's how I know if you were a young nigga or not.
Mm-hmm.
If your high school graduation date year is a single digit, you an OG.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But if you were 13, 14, you still YN.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. I'm a little bit behind y'all. Yeah.
Yeah, but my thing is, bro, you took the time to listen.
Yeah.
Cause that's probably, I want to say 95% of the game, 5% of the game is your talent.
Yes.
But
yes.
95% of the game is
the business.
The business. And that business involves your hustle, that involves your grind, your organization,
you know, the
your
beautiful
thought
thing about
process.
That too, the beautiful thing about that too, bro, is remember how we was talking about, you know, I just started failing and you was like, bro, cause you like, if you're not into studying late nights and all that stuff, bro, like, you know that's not for you. When he told me that, bro, guess where I was at? Nigga, I was in the library. Nigga, I went in and books on publishing, books on copyright, like music books, like the music industry for dummies. Like I'm reading like that studying, bro. I put that time and work in and I absorbed everything about it. That's how much I really loved it. Not just the creation side of the music, but actually the business side as well, bro. Like if I was in at Morehouse during that time and I had caught the revelation to actually go for music, easy.
I just want to go to
what I'm saying?
Clark Media,
yeah, CAU. They had a beautiful media center down there too, because you know they had it down there, like recording studio and everything in the Woodruff Library. In the Woodruff Library, the bottom layers or whatever, they had the recording studios and all that stuff down there, and the areas and stuff, all that.
Yeah,
so,
shout out to my dog, Main Event, man. He almost set it on fire.
Hey, God damn, what the.
That's his story for his.
For another day. Jesus
Christ.
Christ. God, Lee, broski. Oh my God. Burn that UC down. But yeah.
So, but you know, now we here with the beginning. We're gonna jump into like, you know, you have a few albums.
I did, bro. Like
EPs, you know what I'm saying? Singles. You know, little one-offs here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So
music videos.
Plenty of music videos.
For sure.
So we're gonna talk about the first one first of all.
Okay.
Now maybe Game Over wasn't the first one.
I think if I'm Game Over might have been actually the first music video, just being honest. Because I think before Game Over, I didn't really have a deep cut. Jesus Christ. Anybody that know this. Game Over wasn't the first one.
Mm-hmm.
God. So just like
I'm glad I asked.
that first song ever made or whatnot, and honestly the music video wasn't bad. I had made this song called Vent. This was when I was on my SoundCloud era, when I was just trying to find my sound and I was putting stuff out on SoundCloud and just trying to get comfortable, right? It was a song called Vent that I did, that I actually did a music video for, that I had shot at the Mattress Factory lofts or whatnot, because my uncle Antoine had stayed over there, so I went over there and actually recorded. That was my first music video. Now, can you find it? No, because it's private. you can't find it. When I got on all major platforms, you know, that was marked the era for me. So then, you know, a lot of more professionalism came out of that. But that was actually my first one. But after the professionalism and all that stuff, Game Over definitely was the first music video. Like planting my flag as KwaShonne. So, you know, the Mario, the Luigi, and
yeah. So we went from there to now we here to the Vampire. You got the fangs. I think it's been the last 2 years I done seen you around here walk around with fangs in your mouth. First of all, them your teeth.
Yeah.
Lord, you lying.
They mine.
Yeah.
I'm a vampire. They're mine.
You should have told me this. Okay.
I should have.
I'm scared of you now.
No, don't be scared.
All right. You one of the good ones.
Yeah, of course.
All right, so where we get the title, The Vampire, from? KwaShonne.
So the thing about it is, and you said something powerful, bro. Like, you know, you said that like the last 2 years, but it's always been something that I felt. I mean, it's how I view myself. If I'm being honest, in my music. Through my music, I live forever. I'm immortal.
Music is timeless.
You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of like where the moniker the Vampire KwaShonne comes from too. And, you know, it's catchy. It's a good stick or whatnot, bro. And, you know, saying I enjoy everything vampire culture related. So, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm, like I said, that's just how I see myself. Through this music, I will forever be immortal. And my music is so much such that when people hear it, it's transformative. It changes them. I don't think I create experiences. So once my music gets its fangs in you, you turn it in. You turn it in.
Okay. That make more sense. I ain't scared of you.
That's where it comes from. I mean, I don't bite, you know what I'm saying, unless y'all like that. Ladies,
ain't none of my business.
You know what I mean? You know.
Feel me?
Hey. I ain't messing with you, TK. So I ain't messing with you, bro. Come on,
in the midst of all these albums, EPs, singles, and one-offs, you make a lot of relationship music.
I do. I'm a lover boy at heart, bro. I swear to God, I'm a lover boy. I swear I'm a lover boy. I am.
So like, you one of them love bombing people where, you know, you love in segments, or you in a long-term relationship with a Mrs. Vampire? Like, so you got to get this relationship influence
from somewhere, right?
Influence from somewhere.
From somewhere.
Where it's coming from?
Yeah, like just being honest from experiences. I'll probably give y'all maybe like 5% is me like fluffing it up, but like 95% of my music is definitely experiences and things that I went through. Self-reflection, looking back, trying to be better, get better, and just searching for love and searching for the love that I want, right?
What make you want to search for love so much?
Companionship, man. You know what I'm saying? That's another vampire thing that some people will catch on to or whatever. But companionship is, you know, you live forever, man. You want somebody to spend eternity with, right?
I'm trying to tell you.
You see what I'm saying?
People like the photos and the jewelry that come with the wedding, but you got to understand, this person going to be here when you can't really walk no more.
Hello.
This person going to be here when your kidney give out.
You see what I'm saying?
God willing.
You know what I'm saying?
This person going to be here when you can't wipe yourself.
And you may need a little extra hand.
You feel me? You can't eat and they need to fill your tube up because you can't chew no more.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what you need to base your love off
of. You know what I mean? So that's what the yearning comes from, bro. And I just love love. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just really love the sight of it, the feeling of it. I always been a very compassionate kid too. Like that's why everybody in my family, I was raised by women. My mom's side of the family, women. Yeah. Purely women, all of them women. So, you know what I'm saying? So I get that sensitive, you know what I'm saying, the feminine side. I always had that poured into me. So I'm a lover boy. I always wanted to, you know, take the little girls out on dates and stuff.
R&B music playing
all
in
of that. You see what I'm saying?
You already got the woman perspective. How they ain't
everything. You know what I mean?
Byron, Joe,
and all of them. You know what I mean?
He did me so wrong. Don't you ever be like him.
Them.
So you go to the school, just, baby, I just want to be the one for you. For you. I'm not focused on nobody else. Matter of fact, here's just Rose.
Boom.
My bad for him.
Happy Valentine's Day, baby.
But
you know, I got
came
this for
with
you.
the flowers and everything. Come to find out, more girls don't even like flowers because they die so fast. It don't cost nothing.
That's why I get
shout out to my homegirl Shauna. She make them forever flowers.
And that's why I get the forever flowers. Hey, you know something. So like, but that's what, and I truly feel that I'm R&B at heart. Like you said, like that's all I grew up and raised off of. Like I love to sing.
R&B lovers live longer.
Man. See what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's true. I just like to say that.
I like that too. I like that. I'm still, you know that's gonna be a verse, right?
That need to be a single.
You know that's gonna. Okay.
R&B lovers live longer.
You know it's.
Cause it
come on. Got to.
You feel me? But it happened like that.
It does, but yeah, that's you know, no Mrs. Vampire at this point of time.
You just speaking into existence.
But I want it. I need it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that once I find that person, bro, and because I've seen it amongst my friends and stuff like that, when they find a good one, bro, how they elevate you to another level. Like I've been doing great so far, if I do say so myself. Yeah. So woo, when I find that one that, you know what I'm saying, can actually push me and stuff like that, bro, like I'm inviting. I'm welcoming. I'm open to it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right, bro.
I am picky, and I can admit it.
I feel like a lot of people don't understand the importance of loving yourself so you can direct, you know what I'm saying, your significant other on how to love you.
Right.
Because if you love yourself very well, you already going to set the example on how you supposed to love me.
And to be loved, right. And that's the thing about it, too. And even taking that time, and I think and that's what I love about my music, too, as well, is that it's a lot of reflective music because I ain't been a perfect lover by far. And you can hear that.
I mean, that's why we keep living to learn.
Just like today, I'm definitely ready and open and whatnot, but I'm also not forcing it because it was a point that I was like trying to force it as well. Knowing that I am ready and missing it.
I've been paying attention to, I've always supported your videos.
Of course.
And like that, but I be seeing some bad women in your videos.
Yeah.
And I see that your glass is a little bit lower than mine, so I hope I ain't got you liquored up enough for you to
tell the truth.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, you about got me though.
Has there ever been any pools you swam in?
Truthfully speaking.
Private pools,
private pools that I swam in.
None of the pools in public, because we respect.
For sure, right.
Facility.
And beautiful women at that. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for allowing me to.
Swimming pools. I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's beautiful pools. Beautiful pools. I want to thank y'all so much for allowing me to, debut y'all in my art. But to answer the question, no, I haven't. Everybody Well, that wasn't.
That's temptation.
That wasn't a video. That was something else. That was a short film that we did, and but that was before the professionalism came out. But we moving. I mean, her birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday,
bro. You really specified. You didn't have to do it.
But she may watch or whatever. And I just want to let her know that I really appreciate her too as well. But no, from the ones that you've seen. No, I really appreciate it. And I ain't saying that because they were some beautiful women. But I understood the professionalism that I needed to have because I wanted to give them a platform to just be seen and showcased in a beautiful light, and get more work in this industry if they wanted it to as well. And I, some of those lines I don't want to cross.
That sounds like a whole lot of truth.
I'm telling you, bro, they're beautiful. As a man, yes, they're beautiful. So of course, you think about it, but
you see how I interrupt you? I just let you hang yourself
you let me go,
on that rope.
And I appreciate it, but no,
you really that wasn't my question.
No, I haven't. So. But have I? If the follow up to that was, would I? Some beautiful women, I wouldn't mind.
I know you would.
Wouldn't mind.
So what's your creative process, creating the music and actually writing out the format to your videos?
Videos.
Let's start with the music first. What's your process?
So, with anything and every time I do something, bro, I swear to God, it's the same thing over and over again. I whiteboard it.
You use chalk or dry erase?
Dry erase. I ain't that archaic.
Okay.
A lot of I'm technically Unc now. These boys on TikTok be calling me Unc.
Graduated 13.
But they call
you nephew still.
Oh no.
See, I had to son you.
I see that. I mean nephew to you, but I'm 30 gang now. I done earned my Unc stripes.
Yeah, you Unc.
I done earned my Unc stripes.
You 30 gang.
I'm 30 gang now. I earned mine.
Yeah.
I earned mine, but same thing. I whiteboard it every time. The thing about it is, and something that is funny, it's one of the services that I provide now as well. When it comes to it, when it comes to a music, any project, any album that I'm doing, I go to the whiteboard. And I have categories of what I need, what's the theme of this, what do I want this project to do, what do I have, what's the rollout gonna be, and I sit down and I take the time to actually map it out. And that's one thing that I've noticed, and that's why it's a service now that I noticed that a lot of artists don't do these days. Bro, they come out here and they just be throwing music to the wind, bro, and don't have a real rollout plan. And that's like one of the services that I offer for the independent artists and stuff like that, bro. Like, because...
And this proof right here that you know what you're talking about. You're not just selling no gimmick. You're
no,
not only people
bro,
taking no money. You've been through the fire.
Bro, I've been through it. Like, from the very first project, Welcome to the Show, that I released, I remember it. I was Crestmark. I had my brother at the time and my girl at the time as well. We were sitting in there. I invited them over. I had my whiteboard actually Velcroed to my wall, and they knew that Welcome to the Show, and we sat down and we made a storyline for Welcome to the Show. We sat there and we talked about it. I told them what the theme was, the songs that I had, what I wanted to do, what I wanted to feel, and all that stuff. And this is what I was telling you about. This was the one that I actually did a short film from instead of actually shooting videos for it. I wanted to be different. I was in my artistic phase and shit like that. I should have shot some videos for that instead of doing that. But it's fine. But even within that, bro, I whiteboarded. I sit down and I actually pour intentions into what I want this project to do and what I want it to be. And you know they say that it's part when you have a dream, when you write it down, that makes it tangible.
Physical. It's tangible.
And that even translates over to the videos, bro. My brother Wazzy, love Wazzy. He's a phenomenal artist as well as he works behind the camera as well. And he's just one of the greatest to do it. With him, he'll tell you, like, he shot Anime and Chill, my Anime and Chill music video. When I write a treatment, I write a treatment. I want my videographer to damn near be in my brain. I break that motherfucker down and send it to him. I whiteboard it, everything. So when it comes to anything that KwaShonne works on and put out, a whiteboard was abused in the process. Yeah. A whiteboard was abused in the process.
Abused.
Give me a whiteboard, let me show you something.
All right, so how long does it take? All right, so you one of them lock-in artists, or you one of them guys that actually sit and Dr. Dre that thing, listen to the same song for 30 days? Until you drop pins and needles.
So I would say that definitely Dr. Dre, because once again, speaking on to it, I'm not one of the artists that create something and just be like, okay, cool, we created it. And even if I feel like it's done at that point, okay, we're finna release this next week. And nothing wrong with that. Please don't get me wrong. Like, I think it's a beauty and it's an art in that when you're at that point that you can do it. Be careful when you set hard dates, bro, because this industry and working with people and putting and giving others control over things that you need done, you're gonna need a buffer time. The date is set out further and it's tentative, so if we need to move it back, whatever. So I'm listening to the song, so I may be done with it or I may feel like it's done or it's in a good place. But guarantee that it's still being listened to, Dr. Dre, it's being listened to over and over and over and over again.
I respect that.
And even with my perfectionist mentality, there is a certain point where I'd say, no, KwaShonne, it's good, stop. We're gonna let this one go.
And that's when it's ready. A lot of your earlier music, I see that it featured your late cousin, LT. What do you think you would have to say about your progress today?
You know, LT was my everything. LT, and I said it so many times, and I love this analogy, LT was the Goku to my Vegeta. A prodigy. God, a prodigy. And younger than me. The parallels is just so beautiful because Vegeta is older than Goku, right? And like, it's like I have this, you would think that the older would, but he taught me so much in those earlier days working with Unc and going to the studio. The funny thing, a lot of people don't know either too, is that studio session where he told me, boy, stop being scared, bring your ass. He didn't even engineer me that day. He had LT engineer me. He sent his son down there to engineer me that day to record me and stuff or whatnot. And when we was done, LT was like...
Everybody was getting practice.
Everybody. Because LT was a prodigy in his own right because he grew up in the house. So Unc was grooming him from the age of 2. And all he needed was the right ear and the opportunity. I swear, if Ludacris would have came to our house on a random day and heard him or heard any of his music that he was working on, bro, instant sign. If Jay-Z would have came to our house, he would have been in the right spot and heard him, instant sign. Like, he would have been the next biggest thing. Drake would have came to our house, he would have made his ass a ghostwriter. Drake, I love you. He would have made his ass a ghostwriter.
That boy trying not to burn no bridges. No, I ain't mad at that.
He would have been one of Drake's primary. He would have been under with P&D and all them boys and been one of his writers for music. Like, he's that cold. And for y'all, please, if y'all think I'm bluffing, go listen to LT's EP Heart to Heart. And if you don't like and don't agree with anything that I'm saying, I will cash app you $100.
Now you know this interview gonna be everywhere.
No, I do, I know it.
This your second glass. You over here telling millions of people
that
you're cash
if they don't like no song,
KwaShonne,
we can tell a lie when we see him. We can tell a lie when we see him.
Like, hell yeah, man.
Man, like none of that shit. All that shit was ass. Okay, well come sit down with me and listen to the album. I don't want to look you dead in your face while you listen to it.
You better not.
You better not.
You better not.
Shit. But, and take that to the bank and cash it. I'm dead serious. But even with that being said, I think that he would definitely be proud of me.
You actually made a project after he passed, correct?
I did make a project after he's passed.
What did that entail?
I
Were
made.
y'all already working on it?
I had made which is it's funny to say. It's my favorite project that after he passed that I made. Instructions for the Lover. Mm-hmm. Instructions for the Lover was my therapy album. You know what I'm saying? You know, I always wanted to make an album centered around therapy. I seen the greats do it. And then during that time, you know, everybody was talking therapy and wanted to do therapy and stuff like that, right? So I was like, man, I want to make KwaShonne needs some therapy. I need to go talk about this love that I'm not quite getting the grasp of and all this stuff. And it's so funny. It's so funny. Because he was still alive, and I was working on it. And I was intentionally hiding everything from him. Because I wanted to, once I got it done, hey, cuz, come to the house. I want to show you something. I want you to listen to something. And like, cause I was in my bag. I was in prime KwaShonne bag. And I was so excited, bro. I was like, I'm gonna love everything that I'm working on. He gonna be like, damn, you, da-da-da-da-da. Cause he was just coming back, cause he had took a break. And he was just not coming back. So I was so excited to show him like how much I've grown from the last time that we had the opportunity to sit down and like, you know, saying even work on something together because we ain't worked on nothing at that time. But this was my first solo project, no features, no nothing, just KwaShonne. And I was doing that on purpose because I wanted to prove to myself that I can stand on my own without having him on the goddamn feature. Most of my songs that everybody heard was he was on it, and the ones that they like he was on it, he did good. I always had him next to me, but I wanted to show him that you've created a monster. You know what I'm saying? And it's definitely our time. So I worked on Instructions for the Love. I had like three songs at this point in time, and I was hiding them from him in some Fuego. Hiding them from him. He ended up passing or whatnot, and that put the battery in my back. And like I was telling you, I hear him over my shoulder the whole time, like heartbroken, wishing he was here. You know, after he passed, it was like a couple of months before I got back in and started back working. But after I was able to work again, he was right there with me the whole time.
How was that pulling the strings together to actually build the gumption to just start creating without your cousin here? Pulling yourself together.
I knew that let me just press it. I knew that what he would have wanted and what we was working on was like, nah, you need to like actually like come on, like I might have left, but that don't mean that. That don't mean that you stop. You need to keep going because just being honest, he was our flagship for SMG. Like he was of course we was putting a lot of eggs in his basket to push him so that he could kick down the industry's door to allow us to come in and do what we needed to do. The baton was passed. So it wasn't, and after him, because I've grown so much, I already knew it. I felt it on my shoulders. KwaShonne is you. You know, like after me is you, right? I felt like I owed it to him.
Not to drag your feet.
And my uncles, yeah, like I had to be there for SMG. I had to be there for SMG. It was time, like, okay, this is what he would have wanted, okay.
It's okay to feel, but
it's
you can't
okay
stay
to feel
stuck
whatever,
in your
but
feelings.
Hey, make sure that the ship don't sink. So I got back in the booth, and I had to do it. I had to release it. And I had to make sure that it was the best thing that he would ever be proud of in his honor. In his honor. At one of the last few songs was inspired from one of the last songs that he had created, that we had released on his EP.
Is there any more songs with you two on them that you will release later on?
There's hopefully, because he left us, but he did leave us with a vault, right? So there's a lot of open verses that he had. I'm telling you, this boy was a prodigy. There was music on music on music that he had, right? And even within that, on my album, and I say this because I don't want to be too long-winded with it, is that on my album, yes, he's on there. There is more music. There is more LT music that will be released from the SMG camp that we're working on, and we can't wait to give that to you all or whatnot. Just stay tuned. For right now, please go listen to Heart, his first project that was on all major platforms that we was able to release after he passed or whatnot. And like I said, hell, if you find someone, if you don't like not nan damn song that's on that motherfucking EP, I'll send you $100.
This is a rich man I'm sitting across from.
It ain't that. It's just that I have that much faith that my bank account is gonna stay where it's set with how much of a prodigy he was.
So that mean that shit was knockers.
Superb.
Superb.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
So like, you know, it sounds like you have a very close relationship with your cousin, you know what I'm saying? But also going to Morehouse, it's not hard to, you know, create a brotherhood with the individuals around. So you are a how would I explain? You're just different, bro.
I appreciate it.
So I understand your circle will be completely different as well. Is. So who do you consider as your peers?
Ooh, a lot of people that you know. Obviously, my cousin LT was, you know, obviously one of my peers. We was right there next to each other in the dungeon together. You know, this Dundee.
Yeah. I know it's Frenchie.
You know, you already know Frenchie.
Look, I don't want to call it government. That basically my cousin.
I know. I see what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's my
Once
dog,
again, as we were talking about earlier, people that I had you put me in proximity to. And he's on this upcoming project too as well.
Okay.
So Dundee, love my brother.
Dundee, that's the brother.
We got something special for y'all too coming up soon with a safe place or whatnot that we curating for y'all. And it's beautiful. Because all these names you're going to know. So LT, of course, Dundee. Lord Vision.
Hey, that's my dog.
I know. You was asking this question for the longest. You asking this for everybody because you will always see us together. Okay, so when the Dundee and KwaShonne coming out? Are we working on it? We got it, put it out, and we got a new one for them coming up too. Right. And then Vision, he was like, damn, when the Vision one coming out? This next album, we got
y'all from the same city, ain't you?
Almost. He from Jackson.
Jackson.
He's from Jackson.
Shout out to that red clay though.
You already know. He's from Jackson.
Ain't nothing in the world like a Georgia boy.
Ain't that?
You feel?
I'm from Albany and Cairo, Georgia. Those two small cities was raised me and made me the man I am today. So Vision, he was telling me like, dang, when you and Vision gonna get, when y'all got something going on? We working on it. We finally got it. You will hear it tonight before you leave. Obviously, I gotta give it to you. Vision. No surprise who the third person should be. Gemini Shizzy. Oh, she's Jimmy today. Shout out to Jimmy.
Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy Neutron. Right. I love Jimmy. You know, Jimmy is my heart. And you know the beautiful thing about all those people that I just named? Those are my peers. And those are the people that I have the utmost respect for, bro. The utmost respect for. And that they push me. Every time they drop a tape, a project, and I listen to it, I be like, yes!
Shout out to Jimmy. She just dropped some new shit too.
But she did.
Shout out to hanging out the car.
A part of the whole rebrand. Because I love that for her.
Boy.
Every time they drop some gifts, I be like, yes! Fuck, I gotta go back to the studio and do better. But that's what I love about me for that. I don't know if they feel the same way, but I love it.
Because you can always get better.
Yeah.
And there's always something special about the past you that you can always go back and listen to.
Yeah.
So now you got the best of both worlds.
You feel me?
And evolve even more. You feel what I'm saying?
And I love it, man. And that's what I love so much about
So like with you working with your peers so often, you know what I'm saying? You got albums and EPs with all the people you rock with hard. You got any dream features or you done knocked that out already?
Oh man, so that's the thing about it. I do have a few dream features. I do. One, I still need that Jimmy feature, and please stay tuned because I hope that
How you know her like that and you ain't got no Jimmy feature?
Because
we need to fix that.
What
Get right.
But you also know the thing about it is it's all about vibes.
Yeah.
You know, I hear her in my ear, and when my producers are sending me stuff, I need to hear her on this because I know how she gonna come. Her for sure, but and she is a dream feature. But I think one of the biggest ones, and I've been saying this name all night. If I can get a Wazzy feature.
Damn, he in the building, eh? Happen like that.
If I can get a Wazzy, and it's not, and it's kind of like the same thing because I know it's not like that he's blocking it or anything. I know he's open to it. I just need to need to find that right vibe and give it to him, and I know he'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, for sure. Right. I got it.
Okay. So when I first met you, you was working on the EP. You had the EP out. Welcome to the show.
For sure.
How's the show going?
You know, the show's going very well, man.
I like that.
I got to say that the show is going well, bro. Like, I've accomplished so much stuff within it. Like you said, I've dropped multiple
4 projects.
You know what I mean?
2 albums, 2 EPs, 2 unattached singles.
You know what I mean?
3 published. 3. Oh, hold up, my bad. Yeah, 3 official music videos.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got going on?
My articles that came out.
You got 4 articles out.
You see what I'm saying? So like,
How was that experience and all that?
Bro, I mean, it's like confirmation that we doing that what we supposed to be doing, right? Somebody said the right people.
The right people
are seeing it, bro.
Attention.
The right people are seeing it, bro. The right people are paying attention, and we doing what we need to be doing, bro. The show is going well. You know, of course, you're gonna have your days, your trials and tribulations that come out of days. You be like, man, I'm not in it. I don't feel it. I don't even know if I can get out of bed today.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if I have the energy for it.
But it's still on your mind.
But after saying that, guess what? Boy, if you don't get your ass up and go to the studio, boy, if you don't get your ass up and go make sure that SMG is doing what it need to be doing, boy, if you don't get your ass up and make sure that the next Disruptor Awards is coming and that these artists get the recognition and shine that they need because TK gave you the way and the platform and gave you love, so you need to also honor these independent artists that's actually doing the exact same thing that you was doing but ain't getting the recognition. We're not waiting for the, no disrespect, BET, but we're not waiting for the BET Awards.
They ain't owned by black folks.
Hello. We're not waiting for the Grammys. you can get your Grammy at SMG if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You see what I'm saying? So the show is going fairly well, if I do say so myself. Now, sometimes I might not feel like that. Sometimes I feel like the show was fucked. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we don't went all off script and we just straight improvising right now. But if I'm being honest, man, the show has been going the way that it needs to go. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful and I'm excited to make sure that people are entertained. Thus far? Patience is a virtue. Perseverance. And make sure that you give back.
You actually had a song become a placement on a Keke Palmer television show. How did that happen? What song was that?
So I'm telling you, like, Instructions for the Lover did work.
Oh, again.
Instructions for the Lover did work, bro. Keke Palmer, shout out to Keke Palmer, baby. I love you.
I love you, Keke.
Much. Thank you so much,
Keke.
In
the relationship no, he ain't in no relationship.
That's just
like, our baby's about the same age. You feel me? What up, Keke? Keke, do you love me?
I'm done with you.
You know, I ain't Usher. I can't sing or skate that well. But I am from the South.
Hello.
And
in
I'm
Atlanta.
A gentleman, and I know how to treat a woman. You know what I'm saying?
You crazy. I hope she sees this.
Baby?
I'm cut this. I hope you know, because she gonna have to see that. I hope that she see this. But
hey man, I've been having a crush on Keke since
way back when, right?
Man, what's the name of that when she was on?
Akila and the B?
Yeah.
That far back? Lord Jesus, I love it.
Yeah.
So look, when we with Instructions for the Lover, and this is the thing. So I told you what my favorite song was, right? But the biggest song from that album that people ran with, loved, and all that stuff, which got the placement, was "Let's Communicate." We're East Point. Shout out to East Point right now. We was
twice.
Hello. We was. I went to a film festival. I was invited to a film festival here at the Bronze Lens Film Festival here. It wasn't here in East Point. It was Midtown. And I went there, and I met another one of my super OGs, Ian Burke. If you know Ian Burke, you know. Founded TLC. He was one to discover them and help cultivate them. Did some work with Usher and all the R&B legends that you know that came from Atlanta. Ian Burke was behind the scenes working that magic for them.
Artist development, right?
Hello.
Okay, yeah.
So
they got them 5, 6, 7, 8s together.
Come on.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. So even within that, I met Ian Burke and I met a whole bunch of people at that film festival. And you know me, KwaShonne, going into a film festival, whatnot. I'm asking questions about what pertains to us. Like, I need to know, like, hey, how you doing? I stand up. People approached me and they was like, hey, da-da-da-da-da, because I was asking questions about how do I get my music plays, da-da-da-da. I need to know this information because I want to get this information to my people.
SMG, I need to be able to funnel this to the artists that are serious about their craft and want to come. Hey, streaming and all that stuff is fine. We ain't making no money there. But you know what we are making money? Placements. Here is how you get good placements. So I'm asking these questions at this film festival because hell, ain't no film that you've seen been as good as it's been without what? A good soundtrack and music. So I'm asking the question that need to be asked for the artist.
Yeah, everything coincides with itself.
In itself, right?
The art in the film and the music inside of it.
Come on. So with that being said and with that being done, they came to me. A few people walking up to me. Strange contacts or whatever. Hey, follow with me. I like that. I know some people that are looking for music or whatnot. So before I give these contacts out, of course, I have to test it. So, I reach out to people. Hey, my name is I just released this beautiful project called Instructions for the Lover, the album, Please take your time, listen to it. If it's anyone that you would like to use, please let me know and we can broker a deal out and issue it out because you already know my paperwork is good. I don't know how I do know how because I was sending it out and I was, they gave me the game. I reached out. Brother reached back out to me. His name's slipping me right now, but I love you, bro. I appreciate you. We talk all the time.
Name. You don't love him.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But he reached back out. He was like, we love, let's communicate. We think this song can go. It was a lot of back and forth and to the point where I was really ready to give up because I was like, man, it's too much. Our schedules can't align. They ain't sent me the contract and all this stuff. The brother I was working with, he was like, hey, bro, we still want you. We want to do it. We love the song. I sent them the song, sent them the stems and everything that they need so they can adjust it all the ways they want to do it. It was the day before the episode released. And the day after the episode released. Because I was like, damn, I wonder when the episode's going to release or whatever. I had just happened to get on YouTube and Google it. And I said, he said, this is the episode I was going to be on. I'm watching the whole episode. And it's a good show. Damn good show. Definitely needs to be syndicated because what they do is they do it as a web series to get it syndicated to get on HBO and then they'll go back and, whoop. And I'm watching it, it's good. It's doing views, it's doing numbers. And at the end of the show, the prime session, like that final scene, I hear a subtle melody come on. And I'm like,
is that my shit?
I was like, hold on. I know, cause like the intro song wasn't me. And I'm like, okay, that's not my song. Then the little transition song in the middle, in the middle of the show wasn't me or whatever. And I'm just watching at this point, I'm actually invested. At the end, when it's finna go to credits, and a lot of people don't know, when they put you on the credits, that's prime placement. Like, yes, the intro is good. Yes, the middle song, transition song is good too, but that end credit song?
It wasn't just 15 seconds. You got that whole situation.
The roll out, the rock out.
You gotta mention me.
I'm hyped because I hear my voice. Credits are rolling. Brother, I see my name.
Nigga. How many people you call?
Everybody. I called everybody. Yeah. I called everybody, bro. I'm thankful. I'm grateful, bro. That feeling is like nothing. Your first placement, you'll never forget it. You will never forget it because the fact that the love that she showed me and for me to be the end credit song.
And got your name right on it.
My name, bro.
So with all this work going on as an artist, you have 2 companies under your belt. You have SMG and you have KwaShonne Sound.
I do.
What are those 2 businesses and what do you add to those companies?
So I'm gonna have to pull up for this one.
Go ahead.
Because, and we on Rum tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Those 2 companies, right? Once again, remember how I was talking about college? Like, this is my calling. This is what I know I was meant to do. And this is what I want to go in, what I went into full time. And, it's just giving me so much joy in return. KwaShonne Sound, let's start at the beginning, right? Let's start at the beginning. KwaShonne Sound, what it was and what it is now is 2 different things. And it's beautiful. Because in the beginning, remember my uncle told me, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this right. Get your paperwork right, boy.
Gotta get that paperwork
right. And that's all KwaShonne Sound was. KwaShonne Sound was started to be the sole company just to house my music. I never wanted to be a record label that dabbles and deals in other people's music, that supports other. It was a solo artist record company, KwaShonne. I just want to have an entity that took care and housed and protected my music and the things that I was doing. That's what KwaShonne Sound was always supposed to be, right? Period. Nothing more, nothing less. House my music, protect my music, broker the deals. I signed myself to my own record label. That means that, hey, you talk to me, KwaShonne, I want you to do a feature. Okay, bet, great, I would love to do a feature with you, good. But I'm going to need this much and this much, this much, because that's what my record company needs. So here's the percentages that we're gonna need, talk to, and if we're gonna do music videos, X, Y, Z in the third, this is how much creative direction we're gonna need to look over, da. Well, damn, nigga, I'm sorry, I'm just an artist. Now, my record company, that's on them. That's what they require of me. I signed to them. I signed to KwaShonne Sound. I'm sorry. I don't control what they require as a business transaction when working with other people.
Yeah.
But
Slickster.
Cause I know, cause as I deal with,
You've been slicked enough.
And when I deal with when Sony come knocking down my door, when a Drake comes knock down my door, and it's like, hey, and when all those people come, we're prepared and we can handle that. But that's what it was supposed to be in the beginning, right?
So that's why it takes time to get to that point, so you can stay prepared.
Exactly. So created that. That's been going good. How's all KwaShonne stuff? All my copyrights is on the KwaShonne Sound. KwaShonne owns it. That's my publishing company. They own everything going on. So not just KwaShonne. No, I have my publishing company, BMI. I have my publishing and my writings. You should always have both. Needless to say, KwaShonne Sound evolved to where it's handling other assets of other artists as well as KwaShonne's and helping them develop and push themselves on the way of where they want to be, right? So SMG, that's my uncle's company. Shout out to DJ Good Grain. Uncle, I love you. Thank you for everything that you poured into me. So when it came to SMG, Sabotage Music Group, we decided after LT transitioned, because he was the heir to SMG. He was, I told you, he was the flagship artist. He was the one that was going to kick down the door and show everybody that we have something to say.
By the way, I got a beautiful facility, by the way.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Appreciate that so much.
Put it together. Okay.
Yes, sir. That we have a lot that we have to offer to the independent artists here in Atlanta that we can offer to everybody. Unc brought me in and he made me COO, Chief Operating Officer. And the thing about it is that, that's what I do. Love to come in and make sure operations are operating. SMG that crown was a little heavier with LT passing, because, this was where he was supposed to be as the flagship artist for it. Stepping in, it was a lot to shoulder it, making sure that the paperwork on that side was right, and Unc trusting me in a lot of things to broker a lot of deals and be the person in the suit to go and broker deals and have people come back and invest in it and want to be a part of it and stuff like that. So SMG is dear to my heart, just as KwaShonne Sound is. And I appreciate everything that I learned from it, and I'm excited to show people that we have. Like, we got a whole website. What music agency has a website that's offering these
services
that you need as an independent artist? Because it's a one-stop shop. Like, that's the thing. Like I was saying earlier, the reasons why I'm coming in and
turned around and showed me 4 or 5 different things as soon as I stepped in the door.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Independent artists these days, they need a team. They need somebody that's going to go to bat for them and actually make sure that they're developing the right way, because a little bit of game that y'all may not know, like the game has changed and reverted in a major way. As it's changed and reverted, because now that the internet is here and that you can be anything that you want to be and you can build your own artists without them, you can do that. And they'll let you do that, and they'll come to you and approach you with a deal. And if they know that you're green and you don't know how to push yourself to the next level, and you don't have all your paperwork right, they'll take you for everything that you want. But
every little bit.
If you come to SMG with a team that's gonna make sure that you know what you need, paperwork, all that stuff, and develop you as an artist, when they come, because if your dream is to get signed, we support that. If your dream is to be independent, we support that as well, right? Either one of those paths that you take, we're gonna make sure that you're prepared for what comes next within that. You're independent and you're doing your own stuff, this is what you need to look forward to. One, going out and brokering sponsorships with people to help you support your artistry, right? If you just want to do a distribution deal with Sony, that's fine. If you actually want to be an artist under Sony, because they're not looking at you unless you can build an audience, right?
Because that's what make them money.
Exactly. And they're just gonna push you a little farther. But if you know, come and rock with us, what we're showing you is that you have a little more leverage than what you think you have.
So a lot of what you do takes patience.
It does.
A lot of what you do takes determination. What keeps you going?
Who? LT1. I love you, bro, and I miss you. Keeps me going. My dad, he has, he had 3 sons. He had his first set of sons, which was 3, and then he had later on in life, he had second set of sons too, right? My younger brothers, and they still in elementary school. Every time I go and visit them, saying another thing is the oldest, because he knows, he's seen me perform and different things like that at our back home and stuff. He seen me, he was like, he always asks me this, he was like, big brother, you got any new songs? And every time I hear that, I can't stop.
Okay.
I can't quit. Like, my little brother is looking at me and asking if I have anything new coming out. And I'd be happy when I can tell him yes, and I'm able to tell him yes and actually mean it.
What's it like actually going back home and performing?
Bro, I think that's bigger than selling out arenas. To sell out in a technical arena in your city, man, it's like nothing that you'll ever feel, right? I was able to go back home to Cairo, Martin Luther King Day Parade. It's the longest standing parade and the biggest in Southwest Georgia. Down there by Albany, Camilla, Cairo, Thomasville, all of that. Our parade is the biggest one and the longest standing. It's been going on since way back when. Since Dr. King passed, it's been spinning. My dad was on the chair, and he's supportive and he knows what I do. And he had hit me up the first time, because it's been twice now. Hit me up, he was like, son, see you do anything, parade's coming up, we need entertainment. Would you be willing to come and perform? And let me actually give y'all something more, the reason that I charge when I come out. I was paid for that show, front end, back end.
Oh, it's not. Yeah.
So it's not just like, no, front end, back end.
Yeah.
And my dad's the chairman. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to come and just like, yeah, but no, front end, back end, budget. To get on that stage, because notice now, understand, I've been there. Martin Luther King Day Parade, we always there. I ride the floats, throw the candy out to everybody, all that stuff, man. And then, then we get down there to the park, everybody's performing or whatnot, and they have the program going on. People come up, do poetry, speaking, all this stuff. It's a beautiful program. It's a beautiful thing. As a kid, to see that. And now I'm older in my career profession, and I'm actually being able to entertain and perform and show y'all that a kid from Cairo is doing big things and able to come back and inspire. Because from that, my same little brother, his friends coming up to me, that was dope. I didn't think, oh, do you his brother? Like, bro, I'm like, hold on, this is not real. This can't be real. Even stepping off the stage and thinking like, and seeing hundreds and hundreds of people that I know and some that I don't know, but they coming out to support Martin Luther King Day. And I'm looking in that crowd and I'm performing and they rocking with it and stuff, and I'm just thinking that, I'm up here in Atlanta, we do multiple performances, I'm leaving on the stage. And I walk out the stage, I'm just thinking like, okay, cool, that was dope. And I'm finna move on, I'm finna enjoy the parade, I'm finna go buy me some stuff, I'm finna go support people. My auntie over there cooking, she got her own booth and she got stir fry over there, I'm finna go eat or whatnot. But before I can even get over there, people running up to me. Oh my God. Are you on this? Are you on that? Where can I find this music? I'm like, whoa.
Are you liking this?
Hold on, wait a minute.
My own people, I was just a regular.
I'm thinking I'm just gonna come and get on stage, leave out, and that's gonna be it. But no, people actually walking up to me and actually
received you how you want to be received. So, being in the music industry that you're in, being in the independent music industry, it's a lot that you observe.
Yeah.
What do you think the state of the music industry is in today? Like, how do you feel about it?
Right now, man, I think that it's the age of the independent artist, and that's the best way that I can say it. And independent in the sense of that a lot of things have to be taken care of on your end before they even look at you. And that's the way it is. That's because of the internet. Childish Gambino. I don't know if I said that he was one of the ones of my...
Yeah, you did. You mentioned he was an influence.
Right. Childish Gambino. Because of the internet. Because of the internet, everything lives forever. Because of the internet, you can be whoever the fuck you want to be.
Yep. We got avatars. We got AI.
Let's not even mention AI. You see what I'm saying? So even within that, bro, like, that's where it's at. We're in the age of the independent artist, the independent of building yourself up, because that's how they're going to look at you. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is make sure that, one, all of your artistry is in together. Because by the time, because what a lot of people used to do, shout out to Soulja Boy for being the first one on the internet, is that you will build yourself up, right? Yeah. And you will build this following, but you have lacked dramatically on all these other areas that it takes to understand your worth. Your paperwork ain't right. And that's the biggest thing that I'm gonna say. Yeah, and so when they come and approach you, they cut you a check, you thinking, oh, this is it, I made it.
You're finesse.
But guess what?
They own you for some years, several albums.
That you working to pay back.
Perform forever.
That you working to pay back. This is the age of the independent artist, but the independent artist needs to have everything in check in order to benefit from it. And that's why I'm so passionate when it comes to SMG and the work that we do at SMG, is because you guys need this.
You gotta be the music business and the music and the
music
business
at the same time. And what I've been seeing recently, and a lot, even from people, even from my proteges, and I be getting on their ass. Stop just throwing music out here to the wind. They'll just take music, record it, and they'll throw it out here. And think that it's gonna do something.
You throwing your name, you throwing your reputation, you throwing your legacy out there randomly.
Randomly. And you have access to me. You need to get your ass in here and do a rollout blueprint session with me. You have access to me. We need to sit down and talk about your rollout.
It can even look random, but you need to have a plan.
But our plan behind it. And that's how I feel about it, and that's why we're at SMG, why I'm so invested into doing it, because as an independent artist, no matter whether you want to get signed or whether you just want to be an independent artist, we're going to make sure that you're prepared for everything that you need. So, like, come on, please tap in.
All right, so you're getting ready to release Welcome to the Show Act 2.
Yes.
Why not? This is what, 8 years later?
8 years later.
Why? Why not?
I feel like it's time. If I'm being honest, bro.
We had enough time in the intermission to enjoy Act 1.
Enough time to enjoy Act 1 and see what the show brought from that, right?
So, Welcome to the Show was the EP.
Welcome to the Show was the original EP that I released on all major platforms.
Okay, and now Welcome to the Show Act 2 is an album.
It's an album.
So why did we go in this direction?
Growth. It was growth. It is growth. I feel like that's what it needs to be.
Just because you had more songs?
Or back then, and I'll be honest, and that's why, and I keep saying this, I keep referring to it, why artist development is so important. Because back then, bro, when I did Welcome to the Show, and it was 5 songs on that EP, bro, that was all I could give during that time. As a new artist, trying to find my sound and create some shit, bro, I had 5 songs at the max that I could give you.
So the growth I can pen out more.
I can pen more. I can see more. I can understand more. It's so much more, so many more dynamics to KwaShonne that I can give you from what I learned, from what I've been through. So that's why now, Welcome to the Show, Act 2, is a full-fledged album. It's a full-fledged album because I can give you more. I've grown. You know what I'm saying, bro? So that's the beautiful thing behind it, bro, because like, people don't understand, like, and that's what I want to give to artists as well, because a lot of artists these days don't even write no more.
Exactly. Once Wayne said he doesn't write, that went out the window.
And let me tell y'all something.
And then that's when the art started declining. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you write your raps, and I'm not even no rapper, I'm not an artist, but I feel like if you write your raps, you actually see what you're creating.
Yes.
And you actually get to visualize what you got going on instead of just going off the top of your head, just going off a feeling. It's more fulfilling.
It is.
You get what I'm saying?
And
You paint the picture when you writing.
It is, and I would even say too, and I understand that that's a fun thing, and I'm not demonizing it because I'm a hybrid. I feel that I am. I do that sometimes too. I go in the booth and I just let the feel just take me wherever it is. But I also should implore everybody or all you artists that do that 100% in full time. Please take the time to actually sit with the beat
and write on it.
And write, because you'll be amazed at what you pull from it. So like, honestly, like that's the biggest thing. Why Instructions for a Lover Act 2 is much longer, and it's, to what I feel, is more fully fleshed out, bro, because it's like I needed it. I wanted to show the growth. I wanted to show, and you'll see the growth with even in the album cover.
I wanted to say, what is the theme for Welcome to the Show, Act 2, but I kind of want to ask this too.
Okay.
Because it's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
Is the theme theater, all alone, or like concert, or correct me if I'm wrong.
So the thing, Welcome to the Show.
Welcome to the Show, I'm sorry.
No.
I said it right. Okay.
You said it right.
You're good.
Welcome to the Show, the first one, before Act 2. You remember the cover art was me, stage, beautiful curtains, record, you know. I'm inviting you to go on this journey with KwaShonne, right? You're taking a ride. Like and that's why it was so important for me to release that one as my first project. I was welcoming people to hey, welcome to the show. Through the good and bad, I'm finna give you guys KwaShonne. I give you guys KwaShonne, and you'll be able to see it through my music. You finna see the ups of my music, the downs of my music, and everything in between. The theme of it is the exact same thing from Welcome to the Show. So even if you don't watch the movies in between Welcome to the Show and Welcome to the Show Act 2, you will get a good concept of what happened and what's going on. It's love, it's lust, it's the biggest theme that I will give is that when in the beginning of 1, it was like we're bright-tailed and bushy-eyed and ready to explore this artist world. That's why I'm welcoming you to the show. Act 2, the biggest theme above everything else of the lover, the heartbreak, is letting go.
Can you give me an example of an experience where you had to let go and be okay with it, that your listeners can relate to?
I can. Wow, damn. And it's just being honest. Being honest, full transparency, man. My best friend, my brother, since middle school, I had to let that go. I had to let go, understanding that
people grow apart.
We grow apart. We've been through so much, and I had to let go, and I did, because I know that I couldn't harbor on it, because I know what I need to do. I know what I've been sent down here by God to do.
So, I'm gonna close the interview out with this question. Because people always ask in interviews, what would you tell your younger self? What would you tell KwaShonne? What are you going to tell KwaShonne in the future?
In the future?
If you could speak to KwaShonne in the future, what would you tell him?
Doesn't it feel good? Doesn't it feel good that you stayed dedicated, that you put the work in, that you didn't give up on yourself when others gave up on you, when others didn't understand what you was doing? Doesn't it feel good? I'm telling him now that I'm proud of you, that this interview with TK next time is gonna be on a yacht, because that's just what we're doing.
Just because we're doing one of our yachts.
It's easier to do that. Just one of our yachts. You know what I'm saying? That we're able to actually talk about it and show people how much we've grown. If he's anything like I am now, take the time to enjoy it and soak it up, brother. Because you work hard.
Because I made it this far, and I made it that far.
And you work hard, bro. Like, stop, take a break, enjoy your wife. Take your wife, take TK, his wife, his kids, Uncle Twan, Uncle Grip, everybody, and let's just go do a trip to Jamaica, because, you know, in my mind, I'm adopted Jamaican. So, you know what I'm saying?
Wagwan Brethren. Shout my boy Yanni. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's my brother, KwaShonne, the Vampire. You know what I'm saying? I am They Know TK. If you don't know, you might want to figure that shit out.
Huh?
You feel me?
But man, you know, I love that you came and kicked it with me, man. I'm definitely finna give you some exclusive because you know TK got to always have the exclusive.
Yeah.
I just want to, you know, just say thank you again because I can't thank you enough for believing in me.
Bro, thank you.
And giving me the
believe
platform.
it or not, bro, I've been under the rock because I thought I was gonna hang it up, bro.
And you know what? And believe it or not, I felt that, and the person I am and what we've been through, I couldn't let. It's a few of y'all. It's 3 people, and I'm gonna give you this because you didn't notice. It's 3 people that I have to do exclusive interviews with, or people that anytime that they want to do it, that are media personnels that y'all do so good stuff, so much good work that I have to sit down with y'all, and I would never let y'all quit on my dime because the world needs what y'all do. So you, Q, Quanice, and Joel, y'all are my 3 like biggest media entertainment people that I have to come sit down with and have these exclusive one-on-ones with, because how they do their circuit,
yeah,
I need to do my circuit because y'all come with the real and y'all pull it out of me. Y'all pull it out of me.
We definitely had a great real ass interview.
We did, man. This
2
was
Southern
dope.
boys having a great conversation.
2, you know what I'm saying? You know, DSGBs.
You feel
Down
me?
South Georgia boys. And we had to do what we had to do for this,
I believe
man.
that, Red Clay.
You already know. And you know, brother, and I can't say thank you enough for giving my start, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. Like, understand that you definitely played a role and a part in KwaShonne.
Man,
And you can say that and not be, and never worry about me saying that, oh, that nigga ain't, hell no, that nigga ain't. No. TK said that he gave you your start, and he did. And I will never front on TK.
Appreciate that, brother. Amazing.
And I appreciate you,
Pleasure
brother.
sitting down speaking with you, man.
Of course.
I can't wait to listen to this exclusive music you got for me.
Of course.
You feel me?
And it's gonna be dope. You know what I'm saying? And
hopefully we got some more conversations in this space.
Oh, you already know. I mean, this thing about it. You home. Welcome home. Welcome
it feel
back.
like it.
Welcome back.
It feel like home.
Yeah.
I love this
bro.
situation.
I love this too, man. And you know what I'm saying? Until next time, you know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
We're gonna
I'm
do
They
how we
Know
do it.
TK. If you don't know, you might want to figure that shit out.
And I am KwaShonne, the Vampire KwaShonne. And make sure that you stream everything on all platforms.
We're going to call this Conversations with the Vampire.
Vampire.
You feel me?
Peace.